Hey everyone, happy, what is today? Saturday. And it's Brenda and Frank and Jet's back there too. Here at Horse Sense Healing with another episode of Living Your Grit with Grace. Hi buddies. And the boys and I had, hey there, he says, what are we doing? Hey. Had women's circle today and we were, it was a great day. It was a great day. It was a beautiful day. A lot of beautiful ahas and women walking away really back in touch with their bodies and feeling their feelings, what it feels like to be in your body. Wow. Sometimes we forget that, don't we? That isn't even the reason I wanted to talk with you today, but I'd love to have a conversation with you today about like the parts of ourselves and maybe a part of yourself that you abandon yourself. The stories, I hear a lot of stories about fixing and pleasing and seeking validation and approval outside of ourselves because we don't really know ourselves or have built up parts of ourselves that can drive the bus, so to speak. So when those other parts are driving, we are in essence abandoning ourselves. Sometimes our greatest fear is being abandoned, right? Well, we are really abandoning ourselves when we can't set boundaries or don't know how, or it's too scary. Healthy boundaries for us to... Jet wants to be in the camera. Hi, buddy. Yeah. So anyway, a lot of times we don't really even know what's important to us. A lot of times we don't even know our true essence. Right? Our own worth, and that leads to lack of boundaries and a lack of knowing ourselves and disconnecting from ourselves. It's a lonely place to be. It's an anxiety-filled place to be. Yeah, there's Jet again. Hi. So what's possible is to find and embrace and value yourself. Really know ourselves, really get to know you outside of the external validations and things that we got kudos for, which was usually taking care of other people or doing things for other people or not having boundaries because we're always available, or we had to take care of people in our family when we were kids, whatever it is, and that we can set healthy boundaries. So the old story is everyone and everything is more important than we are, more important than our needs, more important than our health, more important. We feel like if we can't be there and be on for other people, that we're not of value. And it's just not it. We doubt our own worth and then seek that external validation to find your own truth. So we allow our truth to be fed back to us by the confirmation from others or the reactions or responses of others. Or we might believe that we have to eliminate a part of ourselves that we're not liking so much, or maybe, the lack of self-care, or they're doing too much for others, or all the list of things I named earlier. Ouch, that was a tail. And we think we have to eliminate that part of ourselves. But really the truth is, the new way to show up for yourself is to learn about you and what's important to you, but to value all parts of yourself and value the parts of yourself you're nurturing to step into the driver's seat, and to find some self-compassion for the part of you perhaps that's been driving, or when that part drives and gets in the way, that it's really uncomfortable and you don't like it, but to banish it. It's served you in some way. So it's making peace with the parts and then choosing consciously what part of yourself you want to show up. And maybe you're just learning how to do that. And that's awesome. It's step by step. Yeah. So what parts of you are you wishing weren't in the driver's seat? What part of you do you wish would go away? What part of you do you, when she shows up, and maybe it's a lot of times, maybe it's the fixer and the pleaser and but what part of you after she shows up, you know deep inside, gosh dang, I wish that wouldn't happen. I wish I wouldn't do X, Y, Z. And what parts of you are wrestling to show up, wrestling to be expanded and nurtured, wrestling for the driver's seat, wrestling for the wheel? Yeah. We all go through this in many parts or another. So the horses and I love to support helpers and healers and kind-hearted women and people who do too much for others or haven't even connected with their true essence. We love to help you make peace with the different parts of yourself and show up the way you want to show up in the world. To set the gritty parts aside, and then with grit and great courage, find the confidence to be who you want to be. So we look forward to talking with you, and thanks for hanging out with us today, and I'll see you tomorrow with another episode of Living Your Grit with Grace.